Phillip Nuveen. I'm always trying to make spaces that are luxurious and hard to come by in real life, because the juxtaposition of like what I find fascinating to make in miniature form is things that most people can't attain, but in miniature form you can have them. Like I take the Birkin bag, for instance, because they're super expensive, but you can always make a little one and have a little one. And that's kind of the genesis of why I kind of fell into this medium, because I was trying to make worlds and artwork of things that are luxurious and expensive and really hard to come by. And I also love like cult items of fashion and design and architecture and interior design. So I'm trying to make these really high-end places and just make it in a form that everyone can have and hold in your hands, because that's the most attainable way sometimes. I've always been kind of fascinated with building and engineering and models and tinkering and putting things together. So little kid through teenage years, through early 20s, it's always kind of been a part of who I am. And then it really started to springboard in my 20s when I was making all these famous designer chairs and furniture. And it just kind of evolved and grew from there. I don't know, it's a feast for the eyes, and you kind of get lost in the world. And like, just for photography, I love like seeing my hand come in and put like a chandelier in or something, because it really plays with the mind and the way we look at scale. And it's like, oh, that's a really beautiful room. And then this hand comes in and you're like, oh, it's a model. You would never know. I love to recreate retail spaces and make like the inside of their stores. I think it looks amazing. And like I said, you see that hand come in and it just blows people's mind. So those are spaces that I'm always trying to recreate through my artwork. You can make tons of little trinkets and bits and bots to fill a space up, and you don't, like I said, you don't really need that much to just go crazy. And so being obsessed with art history, pop art is kind of the first thing you start to learn about, like art history 101. So I became enamored with Andy Warhol from a young age, and I always I've made several Warhols of myself, iterations of it, but this is the most recent one that I've had the past few years. And I don't know, there's something about just having a Warhol in your living space. So this is a piece I'm super proud of. I made this when I moved to Chicago a couple of months ago. It's kind of my please give me good luck Chicago. It's the city 3D printed in several different portions that I put together. And then I poured like a resin water that was my accent color. Obviously it's purple, it would be blue in real life. But I've always wanted to do a piece like this. I definitely want to do more. So yeah, I'm super proud of it. It was super fun to do because like I don't claim to have a photographic memory, but like I remember, it's such a visual memory. So when I went to school here and lived here and I moved here, I was retracing my steps. I'm like, oh, that's a brand new building. This is a brand new building. This is a brand new building. So the file that I printed this from was from 2007. So it was fun to kind of add in all the new architecture that's gone up in the city and see how big it's gotten. I'm always trying to work on new things and make new things. I'm always trying to expand my product line. And then like, I whip all these things up. And then the fun part is I get to like put little photo shoots together and everything. Like, I throw a little room together, put the pieces in there, obviously photograph it, make content. So do that, edit everything, put it together. And that's pretty much what I do. Yeah, I definitely always get inspired when I'm in a museum because, you see people's different techniques, different point of view, what they're capturing to make their art. It's always gives me inspiration. New Yorker where they have like the rich socialite under their Warhol portrait, and it's just like, darling, I have to tell you, the cigarettes last night were amazing.